show starring Johnny Carson. This is Ed McMahon along with Doc Severinsen and the NBC Orchestra inviting you to join Johnny and his guests, Michael Keaton, Martin Short, and Teri Garr. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Sit down. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's very nice of you. That is very nice of you. Look, I understand how you feel. You've been waiting so long, you would applaud the replaying of the Rodney King tape again. Simmer down. Wow, we're winding up. After the show, folks, as you go out, they're going to give each one of you a pooper scooper. We're going to my park and clean it up. Anyway, you sound good tonight. We had kind of a strange group last night. The audience has been real good. Yeah. But, you know, rough group, I guess. You know you're in trouble when you walk out and you see a guy in the front row wearing a T-shirt that said, "Personally arrested by Chief Daryl Gates." Isn't this about the time of the year? I saw a bunch of kids the other night going out looking like a rented limousine, going to a high school prom. You remember your high school prom?
I sure do.
Who did you take to the high school prom?
Madeline Mason.
You remember?
Yeah, got to her before you did.
Now you're getting to her daughters. I was hearkening back today. I get in a nostalgic mood, and I was doing a lot of hearkening lately. Never mind that. Back to my youth on the plains of Nebraska, and I learned very early in life, life is not always what it seems to be. Prom night. Went to pick up my date, Gina Statutory. Pinned the corsage on her, her chest deflated. Who knew? Well, Gina, remember I told you the other girl about Becky that I used to go with?
Yeah, tell us about
that. That was later. That was it. I don't know whatever happened to her.
Yeah.
But she was voted Miss Lincoln when she went to high school.
Why is that?
Because every guy in the balcony took a shot at her. But that joke came out of the memory file somewhere way back in there. Well, there's been a lot of hoopla about us going off the air next week, and I pick up the paper today. We're not the only ones leaving. Commentator John Chancellor, or Chancellor, I guess it is, from NBC News, said he was retiring today. Now, General Electric, the company with a heart, is going to milk that for ratings, too. They announced in the final episode Chancellor is going to marry Irving R. Levine. Have you noticed that seems to be the trend this season in TV? There are marriages on a lot of last shows. For example, I think on Cheers, is that tonight or was tonight? I think Woody Harrelson gets married. They had a wedding. B. Arthur got married on Golden Girls. Isn't there a wedding on Different World coming up, something like that? I have not seen so much rice hurled on television since George Bush got sick in Tokyo. There was a little item in the newspaper today. I think in USA Today, you may have had this problem. It says that people who have extremely high voices are having trouble leaving messages on phone machines. Do you know why? Apparently the high voice triggers it and stops the machine from recording the message. Absolutely true. Now, that explains. I didn't know why. Why we haven't got any goodbye wishes from Tiny Tim. Okay. Hey, you get a biggie, you throw another one in. Throw a clunker in just to balance it out. Did you watch those pictures yesterday from outer space? Was that sensational? The 3 astronauts up there, 250 miles, pulling in a $70 or $95 billion or million-dollar satellite, putting it in the Endeavor. Oh, you know what I don't understand? The pictures are so clear. I turn on cable. I can't get ESPN from Malibu. These things come in beautifully. It cost $93 million to rescue the satellite. Would have been free, but the GE warranty expired the day before. They were trying to tie it on to what they call a capture bar. It was kind of like a T-shaped thing, cost $7 million, and the capture bar did not work for $7 million. You know, for $20, they could have used the Ronco garden weasel. Well, what else is happening? Politically, it's kind of quiet right now. The candidates are miles apart on the environment. Bush is going to attend the Earth Summit in where? Rio de Janeiro. Clinton is criticizing Bush for not doing more. Pat Buchanan is criticizing Bush for signing the Clean Air Act. And Jerry Brown just declared himself a protected owl. Ross Perot announced today that he was picking Jay Rockefeller, not as his running mate, his chauffeur. He's rich. I got a bell with that one. A little sad news. It was in the paper. I have to report the good news with the bad, folks. Carlos Herrera, the inventor of the margarita, died yesterday. Oh, sure. You can't miss his plot at Forest Lawn. It's the one with the salt around the grave. I know. People will say that's bad taste, but Carlos would have loved that joke. That was all the first thing they said in the paper, right? Inventor of margarita dies. Wouldn't you like to go that way? You've probably got your flag home at half-mast, I mean. Okay, tonight, Mr. Michael Keaton is with us. We got very, very funny Martin Short is here. And Miss Teri Garr. So...